Welcome again to Highly Questionable. What do you like today, Bomani?
Place your bets on which one of us is going to nitpick a 20 strikeout performance.
Uh-oh. Vamos, Papi.
Hold on to your...
Oh, really? Wow. Okay, hold on to him.
Are you confident the Warriors are 100% back on track headed into the West Finals?
Hey, guess who watched the entire game last night? That's right, because I took a nap on that terrible game. Anyway, the Warriors pulled that one out. It's a great game. Up and down action. Fantastic. Big shot by Steph Curry at the end to win the game. They pulled this out in 5 games. But how excited are you supposed to be watching the Warriors play so many close games against a team that went 44-38, one none of us thought were going to make the second round of the playoffs until the Clippers got all the injuries hit them, right? This shouldn't make you feel great about the Warriors necessarily, but they won series like this last year all the way to a championship.
I will show you what should make you feel great about the Warriors. Look at this shot. Steve Kerr says this is the only guy in the sport who can make this shot that way in that situation. And he's so right about that. Their clutch numbers are crazy this year and in this series. Keep in mind, Portland led for a majority of the minutes in this series and still lost in 5 games. This is what I'm telling you, though, Bomani. I do not care about what I just saw. They are the closest thing to a perfect offensive basketball team as I have ever seen in my life. And I'm not just talking about aesthetics. I'm talking about the efficiency of what they do, and I don't expect anybody to beat them in 7-game series.
You know, I want to thank the Blazers for having a hell of a season. I want to thank each one of you. Damian Lillard.
This is gonna
never mind. All of you, you had a great season.
Well, especially that one dude, the dude with the Odell Beckham haircut. Way to go. 5 games. Never got to your name.
Gerald Henderson.
Are Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan back?
They have had between them precious little good basketball in this series. They are up 3-2. DeRozan has his first good game of the series yesterday. Lowry was 9 of 25. He wasn't any kind of special. He's hit a couple of shots, but he's only had one good half in this series. Dwayne Casey said after the game, there are guys, they're the ones we trust. Yeah, who else are you going to trust? You started Luis Scola 76 games this season, and the cafeteria lunch lady can't get off your bench even in a series where everyone's got a broken arm. They're not back. They're just there.
I mean, what do you want me to say about this awful basketball series? You know, like the one thing I'll give Kyle Lowry, though, even when he's not shooting well, he gives you other things. He was their leading rebounder last night, for example. Like, you get things from him. It has to be encouraging. DeMar DeRozan hit 50% of his shots. Who knows what's going to happen next game, but we started to wonder if this sort of thing was ever going to happen. But my boycott of this series is in full effect. Not watching these teams play until this series is over. Whoever wins, I'll watch you play a game or 2 against Cleveland.
I'm telling you, it was jarring last night to have those games next to each other because the first one looked like it was out of the 90s, those 80-point games the Knicks were playing, and then the next one looked like it was from the future.
Well, the game plan for the next game is to go after DeRozan's thumb. You know, that thumb that he got problem with, you got to step on that thumb. You got to hit it. You got to do something. Get him out of the game, and then the Heat will have a chance.
Or leave him in the game and let him go back to shooting like he's blindfolded.
Yeah.
Bite it. Do something.
Oh, wow. Okay. Bite his thumb.
That's right.
That's probably a flagrant foul.
Looking at you, Josh McRoberts. Earn your keep.
Let's go.
Should even the people who says baseball is boring be excited by Max Scherzer, 20 strikeouts?
I mean, no, not really. Like, if you think baseball's boring, watching a bunch of people not hit the ball isn't going to make baseball seem more exciting to you. However, 20 strikeouts? Look at this man. Ooh, that's that high stinking cheese.
That was Cabrera, incidentally. It's not like he strikes out a whole lot. We're going to be here a while if you guys are going to show all 20 of these. Are you guys showing all 20 of these?
That's Cabrera again.
Yeah. That's a guy who makes a lot of contact.
Here's the thing they didn't show, though. The 6 hits. How can you at once be so unhittable that you strike out 20 people, but somehow so hittable that you give up 6 hits and 2 runs? This is the most interesting, great performance I can think of to try to break down.
This was not a game that was exciting unless you like to watch power arms be more masculine than hitters, in which case I understand how it is that you arrive in a place where you enjoy that. But think about this when it comes to Scherzer in Washington, and this is kind of a crazy thing to say. His 16 strikeout performance is his 4th best performance with that team. He's got 2 no-hitters, and last night's game where he's throwing 119 pitches and 96 of them are strikes. Guy's got a 16K game on his resume, and it doesn't even get the bronze medal on his resume.
Forget about his resume. He's been the 3rd best pitcher in baseball in that time period, even with those games. How crazy is that?
You know, I'm not impressed at all because the last out of the game was a grounder to third base. You know, the third baseman, if he's a good teammate, he should have dropped the ball and give him another chance for a 21st strikeout. That's what good mates they do.
Small problem. The game was still like actually kind of close.
Oh, I don't
That's
care
the
about
only
that.
thing.
I'm telling my catcher, you drop that third strike and you let it go to the backstop until I get the 21st one. I don't care whether we lose the game or not.
Is John Lackey being too hard on Christian Betancourt?
Oh, look at my father. He did with that little flourish. He pronounced the name, the Latin name, extra special Latin, and it's probably something worth noting here that usually this is white guys getting mad at either Latin guys or black guys, and this is what happened here. Betancourt hits this home run.
Woo!
Lackey, had a perfect game, watches it, and then Lackey just spits at him, the symbol for our show, through curses.
1-0.
And then after the game, he is asked questions about it, and he has the curmudgeon tone. Listen to this.
Yeah. How many home runs does he have?
3.
I got a long memory. Oh, I know. He'll learn.
I mean, that sounds like a threat, right? A veiled threat. I'm going to throw baseballs at him in the future. And I also like this degrees of joy diluting where it would have been more allowed if he'd had more home runs. That 3 is the number that makes him disrespectful. All of it seems awfully silly.
Also seems like Lackey should be further embarrassed to find that out. But he's only got 3 home runs, and one of them was off of you, and it was hit to the moon. Like, the way that you could correct this, and you wouldn't have such a problem, John Lackey, is if you learned to appreciate greatness. If you had stopped and appreciated that greatness the way that Betancourt had appreciated that greatness, you would have never noticed that he was still standing at the plate. Nobody wants to hear play the right way from the guy I call Pollo y Cerveza because he got run out of Boston because of his proclivity for chicken and beer in the clubhouse. And yes, baseball, you have a big old culture problem that you might want to start fixing because these problems always look like that.
You know how you stop that from happening? After you hit a homer, you step in home plate and you don't run around the bases. I keep saying that time after game,
Right.
and I keep saying that until they make that rule change.
Okay, he wants to eliminate the home run trot, which when you think about it is kind of silly, right? For all their unwritten rules, we're going to jog slowly around the pitcher's suffering. I mean, he could just step on home plate and go back to the dugout.
And guess what you're going to do after you step on home plate? Look at your home run for even longer because you have nowhere really to go.
Is LeBron being a hater by questioning that Steph Curry was really the most valuable player?
Yes, our third place finisher in the MVP voting chimed in yesterday. He was asked about Steph Curry being unanimous MVP, and he was asked, was he even asked about the notion of being valuable, or did he decide to take us to an existential place while discussing it? Here's LeBron.
I think sometimes the word most valuable or best player of the year, you can have different results. You know, that's not taken away from anyone that's ever won an award, but I mean, you look at Steph's numbers. I mean, he averaged 30. I think he led the league in steals. He was 90, 50, 40, and they won 73 wins. I mean, can you have really any debate over that, really, when it comes to that award? But when you talk about most valuable, then you can have a different conversation. So, but take nothing away from him, he's definitely deserving of that award for sure.
Like, I really didn't think he sounded that salty right there. I do believe that he's salty, but I also thought he made a point that we have in discussion all the time. Now, Dave McMenamin of ESPN, who was on the radio yesterday, and here's the thing he said. LeBron's not really salty about Steph Curry. It's Kawhi Leonard that he can't stand. Like, that's the name he doesn't want to hear anybody say. My guess, because Kawhi Leonard once won Finals MVP on the strength of that great defense that helped hold LeBron to 57% shooting.
Well, there's another layer to this as well, and I thought he was perfectly reasonable there and bent over backwards to compliment Steph Curry many different ways so that we wouldn't turn it into the controversy that we turned it into anyway. And it's that he won the MVP one year and missed it by 1 vote and admitted to Cleveland.com that he was heated about missing it by a single vote. And he's looking back at that season and saying, well, wait a minute, this season was great, but it wasn't that much better than that season.
He's never going to talk to you again, Gary Washburn. You were good until this happened.
Hey, LeBron, there is one guy in the NBA that you don't fool. That's me, buddy. I knew that what you said is not what you meant. I knew that you wanted that MVP trophy. You know, you should have said the only way the MVP, otherwise I don't accept it. That's it.
Why do you keep elbowing me?
Well, I'm sorry.
Feels good, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, good. Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
He is your 2016 Kia Most Valuable Player, Steph Curry.
Oh! Commissioner Dungy left him hanging.
Come on. Oh, he lost both his shoes.
What are those? My Son's TV show is brought to you by AARP, Real Possibilities. Do you question if Steph played off well?
We're going to keep our eyes on Steph.
He is your 2016 Kia Most Valuable Player, Steph Curry.
Oh! Commissioner Dungy left him hanging.
Come on. I mean, not only does the commissioner look like a middle finger, but he kind of gave him one there.
Oh, man. Pick up your own damn trophy. See, that's what the thing is. Steph thought that he was going to grip him up with one hand and then get the trophy with the other. But Adam Silver's like, yo, this trophy takes two hands.
Well, we like to check that guy's hand anyway, you know? He's bald.
Look, man, don't bring that over here. He also looks like the butler in a haunted mansion. Don't bring it over here. Don't bring it over here.
I love how I've managed to redirect all the ball jokes to not be about me. You have to admit, that's a magic trick.
I don't know how that happened.
Do you question Serena's taste?
Serena is how the rest of us refer to her, but he likes to make everyone a little extra Latin. She's out at the Italian Open, and she posted something, a long story on Snapchat. What did she say?
Ready for the doggy menu, son? Christopher, good boy. So this hotel has a doggy menu, and on the doggy menu it has soup, all this other good stuff. So yesterday he had the beef with chicken and vegetables. And I promise you, I was like, that looks so good. It was like fresh, like greens and boiled chicken and beef, and it was seared. So today I'm like, I might want to taste this food. So I order him the salmon and rice. Before you judge me, look at it. Look, that's the salmon and rice. It's kind of all mixed together, right? I mean, come on. It looks good. I think it looks good. So I ate a spoonful. Don't judge me. I ate a spoonful. Let's fast forward to 2 hours. I just ran to the toilet like I thought I was gonna pass out. I mean, it did taste weird. Like I force swallowed it. Like it tastes a little bit like a house cleaner kind of thing. I don't know what they put in these dog food. I don't think it's consumable for humans. And they should have wrote that. I really don't feel so good. Oh no. I guess tomorrow when I step on the court, I'm gonna look svelte.
I mean, I can't believe what we just watched right there. She won in 2 sets, by the way.
I thought that when we were going to question her taste, this was going to be about Drake. Maybe Brett Ratner.
Ouch.
She won in 2 sets?
Yes, she did.
Man, I mean, if I were her, I'd keep eating that dog food.
Oh, right,
I'm telling you something, 2 sets.
Right,
That's the
explains her
secret,
greatness.
buddy.
Yes.
Just keep eating that dog food. That's
Yes.
right.
The thing about her eating dog food, she came too far in life to be reenacting an episode from Good Times.
Do you question his footwear?
I'm always here to judge somebody's shoes. What do we have?
Oh, he lost both his shoes. Wow. He was playing defense and he lost both shoes.
Wow.
I mean, what kind of shoes are those, though? How did he fall out of both of his shoes on defense?
Well, especially since no one was actually dribbling a ball.
You know, when he lost that shoe, do you know who he reminded me of? Andrew.
Oh, from yesterday.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, ready. Andrew's ready.
How many days in a row can we find a way to show this video? Because that video we showed you before, I mean, we really reached just to embarrass this dude again.
Yeah, we need to do this again tomorrow, okay? Let's find a way to do this again tomorrow.
Coming up next on my son's TV show.
A river of stroganoff.
beef
Oh my God,
That
how
sounds
dope.
disgusting.
Why? I mean, you don't like beef
Look,
stroganoff?
I like food, man, but come on, a river of beef stroganoff?
You would bathe in that like it was the
Like
Euphrates.
a glorious flume of disgusting.
Highly Questionable is broadcast from the Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. ¿Qué tú quieres, mujeres? She said she blow la la. Flip side. Now she my baby mama. Get wild. Okay, freeway. Got the hood on smash. Popping tape. Step on gas and get goes. Freeway. Got the club on lock. Step on stage. Shut it down. Live with a broad. Check for her age. Post up. Find sofa. Circle the block. Call the cops. It is the rock in your area. Post up. Distribute to the block. Freeway. Move the rocks in your area. Wow. TV show is brought to you by Polaris, the world leader in off-road. Visit Polaris.com. Time to play the game that smells irresistible today. See? Or no?
Tell us what to watch on television tonight. We'll tell you if we're intrigued or not. Really?
On ESPN, Game 6, Spurs and Thunder.
Yeah, of course I'm interested in this. How do you think David West feels, by the way, right about now? It took all those millions less to go to San Antonio and win a championship, and they are on the precipice of him just having millions less. Let's listen to Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant talking the other day after the game.
Done a pretty good job of putting that fourth quarter curse behind you.
Curse?
Well, whatever it was, the reputation.
That's all y'all.
Yeah. Right.
They don't like the question about a curse, but they have been bad in the fourth quarter. They have been. I mean, that's not our fault. That's your fault. Bomani, are you intrigued?
We're going to let Russell Westbrook slide for that deep V-neck shirt he's wearing, though. That's an undershirt that your uncle wears to church.
Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued, but I'm telling you something. Popovich is 2-10 in an elimination game. 2 wins and 10 losses. Looks like he can win the big one when the chips are down. I'm telling you, maybe this time will be different, but it doesn't look good.
That's right.
Yeah, that's on the road, and if it were anybody else, we would bring that up all the time.
On NBC Sports Network, Game 7, Predators and Sharks.
I mean, these hockey playoffs have been great. We say this every year. Everything goes into overtime. Everything goes to a Game 7. It's insanity on the ice. Here's how it got to Game 7 the other night. Here is Nashville last goal. There it is. That's usually not good enough to, that's a little bit of a soft goal there, Bomani.
That's what they call that?
That is what that's called. A little bit of a soft goal in that situation. Bomani, are you intrigued?
An Arena League championship, a musical, or an NHL playoff series. If I told you it was the Predators and the Sharks and you didn't know anything about the names of the teams in the NHL, which one would you guess it was?
A Broadway show, I think, is what I'd go with. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued because I'm telling you, the Sharks, los Tiburones, are going back to San Jose, their home base, and all the Latino fans, that support hockey are going to be in that stadium, supporting los Tiburones. And you know who's going to have a hell of a game? Mateo is going to have a hell of a game. Mateo Nieto, he's a hell of a win player. And he's the one that is going to make the difference. He's going to bring that Game 7 home with a big win. Mateo Nieto, a game that you'll never forget.
A name you will never forget. It might be a game you'll never forget. Also, he's questionable tonight.
He thinks that arena's going to be full of Latinos.
That's funny, too.
Mateo Nieto. I almost forgot the guy's last name.
You did. That was obvious when you kept saying Mateo. Yes, you kept saying Mateo. It became pretty clear that you'd forgotten his last name.
Clear to you, but not to the viewers.
Well, now it is because I'm guessing we just aired this.
On Discovery Channel, Naked and Afraid.
I mean, again with this nude fear. All right, what do we got?
Food is our biggest concern right now.
It's kind of weird because the mud right now is smelling just like beef stroganoff to me. It smells amazing.
My arms are definitely getting weak. My legs are getting weak. I need food. Holding up this diary cam right now feels like I'm holding up a frozen turkey.
This tree has these nuts around the base, and they have a grub growing in them. Most of them do anyway. It's kind of like rainforest popcorn, just a lot worse. I'm not chewing it, so it's probably crawling around in my stomach, which is kind of disgusting, but I need protein.
I mean, why do you guys keep doing this to us? Bomani, are you intrigued?
I mean, just how bad was your life? The life that you ran away from to go do this on camera. Like, how bad was it? How bad did she break your heart? What makes people decide that this is what they're going to do?
Eat maggots on television. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued, but can you imagine a river made out of beef stroganoff? I'll get in there and swim all over the place with my mouth open. I'll never leave. I'll stay there forever. You know, I'm telling you, that's a hell of a deal.
It does sound pretty cool. You know it sounds cool. I don't know why you're pretending. A river of stroganoff? Oh my God, how dope!
Disgusting.
Why? I mean, you don't like beef
Look,
stroganoff?
I like food, man, but come on, a river of beef stroganoff?
You would bathe in that like it was the
like
Euphrates.
A glorious flume of disgusting.
Thank you. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
Gracias. See you mañana.
He's been saying that correctly for 5 years. Today's the day he got it wrong.
Where are you going?